back, everyone, to this week's episode of Booking the Territory, the Unprofessional Wrestling Podcast, where today we are covering NWA Saturday Night on TBS from November the 17th of 1990. And before I get rolling and throw it to the very salty Doc Turner, which he will enlighten you on shortly, I want to give a special shout out to our largest page contributors monthly, Disrespectfully Classy, Marky Blassie, Mike Choji, Joe Ice, good old Justin, and then one new Patreon member this week, new annual patron, Hall of Fame member, Andrew B. Thank you for signing up and going annual. Andrew, as of now, I'm recording this on April the 5th. I sent you out an email. Make sure you check your email that you listed on Patreon and get back to me as soon as you get that. I just didn't want you to think I forgot about you. All right, Doc, you are salty for a plethora of reasons, but I will ask, how are you?
Terrible.
I know.
Just terrible. Man, fuck you. Fuck Harper for not being here on time. Dude, fuck Vince for booking himself to win at WrestleMania. Fuck the Young Bucks for running in. Fuck Hurd for this shit we're about to review. I'm in a... You have until the AirPods run out of me tonight.
Okay.
I don't know if I sound like I'm on the moon, if I sound like I'm up Aunt Gladys's ass. I don't know. But my internet ain't working because my modem got fried by some bullshit today.
There was either a power surge or the power company turned off Doc's power. And Doc's intelligent. He had his modem plugged directly into the wall and the modem got fried.
I don't handle that stuff. It just gets done and you see how it gets done.
That's why you're on your phone.
And that's why I'm on my fucking phone. Hey, you know what? We're probably going to be the last podcast these people hear talking about WrestleMania, but it's the one they're probably all waiting on to hear what we thought about that. Because we didn't hate everything.
Okay, let's get into it while we're waiting on Harper. Harper is supposed to join us, so... But
yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great if he could wander into the call, and pick up some slack here.
You were very hot about something on night 2. I need you to cut that promo first. This has nothing to do with actual wrestling, but it does. So proceed.
Wait, which was what? Oh. Well, I thought you were pretty hot too, because okay. The first thing is on a Sunday night.
I don't get what they do. Doesn't even it doesn't work me up anymore. I text you about it, but I'm not going to get on here and go stupid crazy over it. But go ahead. I want you to, because you were freaking flaming hot.
Well, it's because there's actually some things at the end of Sunday night that I wanted to see, and more importantly, the boy wanted to see, and he's 9, so he can't stay up till 11 o'clock. We don't do that in this house. We got bedtimes. But I mean, they've done a great job getting us here to see Brock and Roman, and we both wanted to watch it. And they don't start till 7 Central, which is a mistake on a Sunday. You want to wait till Saturday night, let everybody get their Saturday shenanigans out of the way. I get that. But on Sunday, we can't start at 5, 6, be done, so people can wrap up their weekend. Man, we watched the main event Monday afternoon when he got out of school and I got off work before I take him to soccer practice. That's some bullshit. You made me sit there for 7.5 hours on 2 weekend nights, and I can't even finish the fight. And so Sunday night we start at 7, which is dumb, but then it takes 25 minutes because we have to have Triple H come out with his full entrance, spitting all over his suit. Hey, pal, you're an executive now. Let's don't dribble on the suit. And leave his boots in the ring like anybody gave a shit.
I bet you everybody, Harper's on, so I'm going to add them now. I bet you everybody thought that I was going to cut that promo.
Well, and it's so bad because even Miss Doc will come in and sit down for WrestleMania because it's it's kind of a thing, and if you're gonna watch one, you might as well watch that. And she looked, she goes, "We haven't done anything here." And I was like, "No shit." So I just, it was great to see that McMahon's and Helmsley's were still making sure they had prominent positions on the card. That was nice.
What's wrong?
Did you see WrestleMania, Harper?
Yeah, I watched it.
Doc is cutting a promo on night 2 with the Triple H. Waste 15 to 20 minutes at the beginning of it because
I didn't see that.
Well, let me enlighten you since you missed a minute or two.
No, it's okay. So what was your favorite part of WrestleMania, Harper?
I mean, I only watched it so I could see Steve Austin.
So that was your favorite?
Yeah.
How much is it? How painful is it to watch him walk?
Yeah, he's definitely slower.
I mean, I don't care because it was Stone Cold and it's awesome and he was. I mean, I don't care because it's Stone Cold, but I mean, God, he was walking like he had to take a dump.
Yeah, me and Luke were watching it, and I was like, man, his strikes look a lot slower.
Those kicks, those stomps in the corner.
Right? Yeah, I was like, he's definitely 50-something years old now. But I mean,
57.
Right. I mean, fuck it, was still worth it though.
All right, so Mike, what was your least favorite part?
Well, go ahead. Let Harper finish.
I tried to find this beer at fucking Total Wines. They didn't have it. Y'all have those there by y'all, Total Wines?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got them.
Yeah, they ain't fucking have it. On a website,
I mean, they're not a sponsor, but I guess they got some free advertising.
Yeah, fucking walked in there. I was like, kind of fuck all these stupid ass beers, man. I don't know how the fuck they get away with that shit because they had like a beer that had like it was called like 8-bit something, and it looks like the fucking Nintendo Mike Tyson's Punch Out. And there was another one that had like Destro from the G.I. Joe cartoons on. I was like, how the fuck they get away with this shit?
I think it's because it hadn't been regulated yet. It's kind of like rock and roll in territory wrestling. Nobody was paying attention. Once somebody figures it out, they'll descend on that shit.
It's like, how can you have like, because it's the G.I. Joe cartoon character. How can you have a cartoon character on a can of fucking beer?
Maybe they've already reached out to the company that owns that and they got permission.
But still, it's a cartoon character. It's like putting fucking Bugs Bunny on a can of Budweiser.
But maybe they have leveraged horizontal synergies through the marketing integration to concepts to drive a product that appeals to the child in all of us.
Pretty much. Because they had a fucking Space Invaders one that looked like the Atari game.
Oh, I know. I go to get a 6-pack of some beers at Total Wine, and I take the kid with me, and he's like, "Hey, look at this! Hey, look at this!" And I'm like, "Shit, dude, I'm ready to go drink these."
Yeah.
So, Mike, what was your least favorite part of WrestleMania?
Are you talking about just matches?
Sure.
Too much to choose from. I really try not to be super negative. I don't want to be negative.
Look,
I don't want to blast this.
The Jackass stuff was terrible. I hope Sami Zayn got money.
Oh yeah, bro. I hope he got 7 figures for fucking embarrassing himself like that with the big mouse strap.
I've seen every episode of Jackass more than 3 times, and I was a fan of those guys when I was younger. But come on,
right? When you were like in college, like 20-something years old. Not in 2022, bro.
That hand that pops out was funny when it was in a hotel hallway.
Right.
But in wrestling, it was kind of stupid.
Yeah.
My thing is, like, I remember, I don't know if it was Jackass 1 or 2. I can't remember. I mean, I remember seeing one of them, and I died laughing because it's just dudes being stupid, and I'm in my 20s or whatever, probably late 20s.
Yeah,
but I was
we might not want to hop on a high horse here, the 3 of us, and talk down to Jackass.
Well, no, that's the thing. But let me say one thing too. Like, I remember it was Johnny Knoxville. He took a shit in a toilet at like
At
a
the Home
friggin'
Depot.
yeah. And the toilet isn't hooked up, and he gets up, and the guy's like, "What?" I don't know if it was a Home Depot, Lowe's, I can't remember, but
Yeah.
the guy's like,
they're not sponsors either.
the guy's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Bro, I had to go," and then so he literally dropped this big ass log in a dry toilet, like that's freaking so juvenile and fantastic in so many ways. So like, I don't care, bruh. That wasn't my thing. Whatever. If you liked it, here's the thing about WrestleMania these days. Okay, first off, it's too damn long over 2 nights. We get that, but again, night 1 was kind of fun in a bunch of ways with the whole Stone Cold thing, but nothing works me up anymore because Harper and I have had this discussion. You and I have had the discussion too, Doc. 3 of us have had it. What we see now, it's just not wrestling anymore. It's just a big production. It's show business. It's the whole damn sports entertainment nonsense. So like nothing works me up. There's matches that were actual matches. Like I think that Drew McIntyre, Happy Corbin. I don't know when he turned happy. I haven't watched it in so long. Like that did nothing for me. It just there was nothing there.
Cody Rhodes wasn't bad.
Cody, I'm not a Cody fan, but the crowd popped. I love the hypocrisy of these crowds. Like, you know, he's the Antichrist when he's not working for you. And, you know, he's over there destroying thrones in AEW. And then he comes back and, you know, they're chanting his name. It's so hilarious. Owens and Austin was I loved it. I mean, it was just freaking Kevin. One thing. Let me finish. Kevin Owens bouncing around for him was the greatest thing ever. He was just selling, and dude, you know that dude was living the dream for real that night. Austin was his favorite wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
So
I can't believe he took that suplex on the fucking floor.
What were you about to say, Doc? I just wanted to get there.
Well, I don't mind the 2 nights. But there's the bigger problem is they don't have enough superstars.
To
fill 2 nights.
Right. So, and sooner or later, there's only so many Steve Austins.
Well, let me tell you something. Kevin Owens is a superstar.
Go ahead. He is. He is
a superstar. Roman Reigns, even though you hurt him in the main event, Brock hurt him, is a superstar. Brock is a superstar. I think Pat McAfee's a superstar.
That dude. I want to hear what Harper was about to say about Austin and Owens, but I want to hear McAfee from Harper too.
Okay.
Bruh, when he jumped from the ring up to the 3rd turnbuckle, it's like, you know how hard that is?
Yes.
I couldn't believe it. He jumped up there like a fucking frog.
He's got legs, man. He's a punter.
People think punters aren't athletes, bro. That dude made it to the NFL for a reason. You have to have some form of athleticism. You might not run a 4.340, but you are an athlete still.
That guy Vince wanted The Miz to be, but he can't because he's The Miz.
Dude, Pat McAfee, I love that dude. He is a treasure.
Yeah, he did really well.
They got some stars, and they got some superstars.
Yeah, but
they don't have enough. They don't have enough to fill 2 nights.
No,
because you're right. That first night was not bad, but the second night, God, oof.
The only reason why that second night sold out was to see Steve Austin. So what are you going to do next year?
Well, no, the second night, Austin. Austin was on the second.
Sorry, the first night. So the next year, what are you going to bring out? The Rock?
I don't know. Where is it next year? Anybody know?
It's in L.A.
Okay. Probably. Well.
Yeah, The Rock or Cena.
I mean, you can bring out The Rock. But Harper was about to make a point. I think he was about to say, look, you've only got so many Austins out there. Like, it gets to a point where you haven't built enough stars, and pretty soon your mega stars, like the Austins and whatnot, they're going to be too old to do it. Like, you can't just keep doing that.
You have to sell out an NFL building 2 nights in a row.
That's the part that I'm like, how do you do that?
That ain't like selling out a fucking NBA building 2 nights in a row.
And there's 100 shows going on in that metropolitan area that whole weekend.
Right.
Not just that. Then they had to sell out Dr. AAC Friday night and Monday night.
For SmackDown and Raw.
Yeah.
They ran 4 buildings with a total combined capacity of about 200,000 people in the same city in 4 days.
Well, what's the other 2 buildings?
AAC on either side.
No, he's saying the same build, like the basketball building was Friday night, Monday night, and the big stadium was.
And the hockey and basketball teams were both out of town, so they just left everything set up from Friday night and came back last night.
You think they would have had something in maybe Fort Worth? Huh? I don't think got a building out there, the Wells Fargo.
Yeah, but it is. No, they built that Dickies Arena, but it's not big enough.
Oh.
Yeah, not for WWE.
If
maybe
ROH would have came to there, I guarantee you, Mike and I would have gone.
How big is that building, Mike? It's like UNO.
Which one?
The Dickies building.
How big is that one, Doc? I'm not even sure.
I don't know because it's real new. I mean, they played some tournament games in there in the NCAA tournament the first round, but it's like real new. Like they finished it during COVID, so like I haven't been there.
Fucking Dickies Arena.
It says concerts 14,000, basketball 13,500, family shows and hockey 12,200.
Oh fuck! Well, that's like an NBA / NHL building almost.
AAC's running about 18.
Yeah,
right.
That's actually
5,000.
The Dickies Arena is bigger than Lakefront Arena. Lakefront Arena ain't that big.
Yeah, it's like 7 to 8.
Right. Yeah, I don't know, man. If it had been there, Doc and I could have gone. I was not driving to Garland on a Friday afternoon in traffic.
That's the other side of Connecticut, bro.
You texted us Friday night about the Hall of Fame. What were you trying to tell us? Like I was damn near knocked out. You don't even remember?
And fucking Tiffany's like, what's with the? She's like, why does the Undertaker have that rat tail thing?
That's a good question.
I was like, I don't know. I think because he's losing his hair or something.
Hey, you know what else is a good idea? Is in your WrestleMania main event to not have the guy who's going to lose hurt the guy who's going to win real bad, so that hurts things going forward.
I mean, accidents happen, bro.
Dude, I think Brock got mad. Look how purple his head was when he hugged in that Kimura lock.
I don't know, bro. I'm really cautious when I call people dangerous in wrestling. Like, there's truly dangerous people, and there are people who just, stuff happens. Like, Kevin Von Erich was dangerous. Go watch some shows.
Fucked up.
He was dangerous. Like,
but he was fucked up at the time, so like he's got an excuse.
I don't care how messed up you are. You're dangerous. You're dangerous. And nowadays everybody knows it'll work, so you kind of gotta lay it in. You can't just limp dick it. I don't know. I don't want to say that like he did it on purpose, but
yeah.
Well, I know. I'm an outlaw mud show idiot, right?
Yeah. What the fuck do you know?
Exactly. Okay, Doc. What else you got before we get into another Jim Herd edition of Saturday Night?
I don't know, man. I feel like we should talk about just about anything besides this shit.
Well, Doc, I know you're
Harper, you got any Easter plans coming up? I mean, what are we doing here?
I mean, when is that?
I don't know.
You don't know when baby Jesus is rising?
It's not baby Jesus rising.
Yeah, it's like
Yo, damn it, go with it.
It's when Jesus pulled the greatest hope spot ever.
Bruh, did he?
Hogan ain't got shit on baby Jesus. I can tell you that.
They rolled away the stone. See, look, I told you he didn't die.
Harper, I'm gonna.
He comes crawling out like Ricky Morton to Mary Magdalene. Help me,
Doc, I'm gonna try to share the video. Harper, Doc is on his phone because his modem got fried today due to a power outage.
Oh.
And
I can see the video.
Okay, but I just don't know how much bandwidth it's going to eat up as we go along. That's why I said that.
Oh no.
Yeah, so he can't. It may work, it may not. But at least you can see it, Harper. I don't know how good it's going to be for Doc. Hey, real quick before we jump into any other topics, I did want to mention we got the Clash coming up. It'll drop a day or two after this show. There's another Clash coming. You only can listen to that by going to Patreon at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. Sign up, become a patron, get access to that Clash, along with all of the others. I think this is Clash 14 we're doing, or 13, don't remember exactly. All of the Clashes before that we've done are available on Patreon. All of the pay-per-views dating back to 87 are available on Patreon as well for WCW. So sign up, become a patron, tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. Doc, anything else before we get into the Jim Herd bashing?
I mean, this is all him now.
What's all him?
This whole thing, it's muddy, it's territorial, it's just, and I just want to remind everybody, because you just said it and you led to a really good point here. This is the go-home show for the Clash. So this is like, let's drum up some interest for a big free night of TV and stuff you want to see. Just keep that in mind as we go through this.
Oh yeah, for after Mania, I started watching some old Smoky Mountain on fucking Peacock.
Did you watch it with your girl?
No, she wasn't here. She's like, so and so wants to go out. I was like, I'm not going anywhere. And then so I got fucked up at the house, and I was like, I want to watch some Smoky Mountain.
Rolling Rock and Smoky Mountain.
Is it?
Yeah, they don't cut out a lot, bro.
Is it
There's
the
a lot
they don't. Bloodbath?
It's where a dirty white boy cut a promo on something called he's cutting a promo on was it when Tim Horner was a samurai. And he's like
Kendo.
And he's like, yeah, you slanty eyed, this and that. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It's like, man, they really don't cut out shit.
The Gangsters promo at Night of Legends is on that.
Damn.
And I don't think they cut anything from it. They might have bleeped something that wasn't bleeped on the original, but I think they let that whole thing fly, man.
Come on, man. Let a play,
Yeah.
Man. Good stuff. All right, we'll get the video version going now. Were you drinking Rolling Rock, Harper?
I was drinking Budweiser's.
Oh, Budweiser. Well, there you go.
And
All
I
right,
had
so
two old Milwaukees that I found like stashed in a refrigerator that I forgot about.
Was this Friday night?
This was This was Sunday night because I was off today. I was off Monday.
Did you have to go in and play with any Legos?
Do what?
You remember last week you told us about the whole Lego thing?
Oh, no.
Team building event.
Yeah, no.
Did y'all learn some valuable lessons from that y'all are applying to the job even now?
I just learned that you got to work together to, we have a common goal.
That's right.
To get the fuck out of here as soon as possible.
Well, that's real people that don't have mental illness. But the word for that we're all on the team is that y'all share interdependencies.
All right.
Harper's like, that's too big of a word. All right. Well, This is November 17th, 1990. The Jim Herd killing continues of the territory and promotion, if you want to call it a promotion, not really a territory. We're in center stage again this week. We do not get a show opening. I think it was clipped off. We do go straight to the ring for the Southern Boys versus Wild Bill Irwin and Paul Lee. Smoky Mountain Wrestling, Paul Lee. Yes, Wild Bill has short hair. He's still here in WCW. And I bet you he chopped off his hair because he was under that black scorpion mask on many of the non-televised shows. That meant he never had to tuck his hair into the back of the mask. He also appears to be mustacheless, which Wild Bill looks really actually young here by comparison.
I thought that was him. I was like, is that him? And it's like, well,
he's young.
Yeah.
He looks good. He's in good shape too. You know, as you look at him here. But anyway, Doc, I'll throw to you. Anything from this matchup?
He does look young. I was thinking maybe he cut his hair because he had to get a shoot job because they don't put him on TV anymore.
I mean, that could have been it. But again, he was doing the Black Scorpion during this time on the non-televised. So
I met him in 95 or 6.
Please tell this story.
What?
Please tell this story.
Do you know this story?
You've told me this story before. You just don't remember. Keep going.
Well, we've had a long history together, Mike.
Okay.
So I worked at a, like, I wasn't a real estate guy, but I worked at a real estate office doing stuff. And I guess this was after the Goon. It was in the North Texas area, and I was walking through, and somebody introduced me to. And this was what's funny because I think his real name is Barney.
Yes, that's correct.
But he was going by Bill still, which is a smart move, right? Because you name identity in real estate. And he was interested in getting his real estate license at the time. And I didn't recognize him because he had the short hair like this, and he didn't have a bandana around his neck, and he wasn't cracking a whip in my face, and I wasn't expecting it. And he walked out, and the guy was like, "Do you know who that is?" I was like, "Well, it said his name was Bill." He goes, "Yeah, that's Bill Irwin. He used to be a wrestler." I was like, "No way! Holy shit!" Ran out in the parking lot and gave him a bulldog in the gravel parking lot.
Yeah, okay. Oh, man. Super nice guy.
Hey, man. Yeah, he was real respectful to me, and I was probably 20 years old and just kind of roaming around the place doing odd stuff. College job. So, good times. Southern Boys, damn impressive in this match, though.
Yeah, Southern Boys, they end up hitting their finisher, but the Freebirds hit the ring, who did cut a picture-in-picture promo, and Tracy is still able to pin Paul Lee. I want to go to this finish right now. I want you to see Michael Hayes messes his finisher up, or the Freebirds do. So, the Southern Boys are going to hit their finisher right here. And the Freebirds hit the ring. And the Freebirds hit the ring too quick. And I think they were supposed to let the Southern Boys pin Paul Lee first. So the Freebirds come in before he's pinned, and then they realize, oh crap, we're too soon. We got to get out of here. Hayes was like, wait, we came too quick, because he hadn't been pinned yet. Yeah. Now they go back and pin him, and now the Freebirds come back. They realize Hayes powered it out, and then he comes back. They hit the ring too quick. He hadn't been pinned yet. It's obvious that's what happened, but it was just one of those things I noticed. I was like, oh, look at this. And then after that, they give us a replay of last week because Bobby Eaton is back out there helping the Freebirds, and Elegante clears the ring, so a replay. Anyway, so the boys look good. Yeah, it's Rocky King on the apron.
So what's he do? Yeah. He was like that mascot?
I mean, I hate to say it, but yeah.
He was the roadie.
He's the roadie.
Oh, right.
He was their roadie.
He was kind of I hate to say he was kind of like a mascot, but he's out there dancing and basically doing things like a college mascot does.
Yeah. God.
I can't wait for Doc to see Elegante and Flair feud.
Jesus Christ. That's like telling me to go to med school at fucking Tulane. Having his asshole fucking be a wrestler.
Ah, Jesus Christ. All right, well, we go to commercial. We come back.
Harper would be like Rodney Dangerfield in that movie Back to School.
I love that fucking movie.
That movie.
Yeah, it was on last
It's good.
week. I was watching it.
Hey, Harper, do you remember a movie theater in New Orleans? You probably never went there because, you know, your people wasn't too kind in this area. Called The Pit. Metairie folks. Yeah, have you ever heard of The Pit? In It was in Chantilly.
My dad took me there to see The Running Man.
I saw. Boy, you want to talk about a rundown theater, especially in the '80s? I saw that movie you're talking about, Back to School, in that theater. That sucker was run down. It was tore up from the floor by that point. All right, let's keep going. Rick Steiner versus. Oh, go ahead. What are you about to say, Harper?
What does his name say? The Gauntlet.
What is whose name?
Runner.
What is
Gauntlet
say?
Runner. Gauntlet Runner. You know how they doing the gauntlet matches?
Oh, right. I thought that was like a nickname or something.
No.
It's the Gauntlet Runner.
Yeah, so before they cut to this, they do show Rick Steiner versus Moondog Rex from the Power Hour. They show that match from earlier in the day when Rick Steiner defeated Moondog Rex, and that was the first match of Steiner's gauntlet match. So he, moves along, and now he's going to take on Tim Horner. So if Steiner wins, he's now going to wrestle Sid, who's out at ringside. In like the third leg of the gauntlet. So this is the second leg of the gauntlet. I hate these gauntlet matches. At least they show you the first leg on the replay, but it's just, it ain't working for me. They're trying to do something to drum up interest, and I get it, but I don't know. It's just, this would work. This would be fine if lots of other stuff in the promotion wasn't crap. So Steiner's taking on Tim Horner. Sid is out at ringside. The Nasty Boys also come down to ringside, and they are told to leave. Horner is actually showing sportsmanship and not attacking Steiner when Steiner is distracted by everything going on the outside, including Sid and the Nasty Boys. Anyway, long story short, Steiner wins when he reversed an inside cradle from Horner, and then the two guys do the Code of Honor, Ring of Honor style after the match. Doc, what'd you have from this?
It was pretty boring.
Well, they're both faces, so
that's the challenge.
It's going to be chaining.
And I want to see Rick Steiner tossing people and Steiner lining folks, and he wasn't going to do that to the guy that was, standing up for him. So it's kind of like, putting Peyton Manning in the option offense. What's that going to do?
Nothing.
Right.
Yeah, pretty boring. I think you hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. Fax machine thief.
Come on.
So he
stole a ring truck allegedly.
Oh yeah, it blew out 3 engines.
and Cornette.
And then to replace him, they had to get this racist fella who made D'Lo crazy.
Yeah.
They don't forget, he also, according to him, Cornette stole $5,000 from printing places in the Smokies.
Yeah.
With,
I want to know how many printing places there can be in Morristown, Tennessee.
Right.
For the amount of money he evidently owed, right?
Man, I would imagine that whole town is just papered in fucking banners and shit with the amount of screen printers that exist in that fucking town.
Morristown.
Morristown. I don't know.
I can't deviate from the application I have on my phone right now.
Oh.
You want to know how big it is now?
Yeah.
All right. Let's look.
Was it probably 32,000?
It's probably big as like maybe Lake Charles, Alexandria.
It's too bad we're not live.
There's more people in Tennessee than you think, though.
Right, because they got Memphis, Nashville,
Knoxville, Chattanooga.
Yeah.
Bro, what the hell does this say? In the if we were streaming live, Half Pint would be able to answer for us. He he'd have to get on his stool to reach his computer so he could look it up. But anyway,
That's nice.
it says in 2019, the city was reported to have, what the hell is a daytime population of 118,600?
Maybe they're vampires.
Oh, listen. Daytime population, the definition of that is also known as a commuter adjusted population.
That's
So,
like some bullshit for tax purposes. How many people live there?
Right. Yeah. How many people live in the city? But it says a daytime population of 118,600 people.
And we can't do simple shit anymore. We can't count how many people live in a place.
Right. Who gets their fucking mail there?
Come on.
The estimate in 2019 of actual, I guess, people who lived there was only 30,193 people.
I said 32. I was right. You don't need more than 2 screen printers. You don't want anybody to have a monopoly. You need some competition, but there's not enough market share for more than 2.
The urban area is 65,000. The whole metro area is 142,000. I mean, but the actual city, it says estimated 30,193 people. That's not a lot.
What's the racial breakdown there?
I got it on Wikipedia, and I'm not trying to look that up right now.
It's
all Eskimos.
Is that where you used to find it in Wikipedia? Because I don't see it on here.
Yeah, every time.
All right. Well,
if it's on Wikipedia, you know you can trust it.
We'll give you that homework like we gave Darren the homework that he never turned in. That's all I'm going to say. We love you, Darren. All right. So we got a wrestling wrap-up segment here. They show a replay of Eaton and Sting, the finish from last week when the Black Scorpion voice came through the speakers and when Sting backdropped Eaton over the top rope and lost. And then he was attacked by 2 guys who we don't even know. And then,
who the fuck were they?
I don't know. And
you're like
briefly
2 fucking, like they work at fucking Office Depot or something.
Yeah, I tried to look it up just to see if I could find something, and I spent 1 minute, and that was all I was spending trying to figure out who they were, and I just didn't care enough to continue to look it up. So if you have the answer to that, you can send that DM to Hardbody Harper or SMU Heavyweight on Twitter.
bookingtheterritory.com/Twitter.
/terms.
Yeah.
On the wrestling wrap-up, Luger cuts a promo followed by Sting. Luger promises to have Sting's back and solely promises surprises at the Clash.
Sting, he looked like he was like a fucking Mardi Gras king or something.
If you go back and listen to that, Sting didn't say anything.
Few days away now from the big clash, the big meeting, the Scorpion and Sting. We're going to get this thing over and done with. Hopefully, if it all goes the way I wanted to, and I got Lex Luger talking to me past week saying, Sting, you know you got people coming out of the audience. The guy is disappearing. He's reappearing, coming back, people jumping you out from underneath the ring, voices from all over the place. Sting, I'm going to stand there ringside along with whoever I can get to come on out, make sure that nothing weird happens again.
All right.
With whoever I can scrounge up in the back. Jesus Christ.
I needed a howl or something for my buddy Everett Starr out there. Howl!
Let me also say this. This is actually, I'm sometimes slow on the uptake. This is an actual magazine they put out on subscription. Can you imagine how awful that magazine must be?
Yeah. It's probably all ads. And like a catalog.
And everything's misspelled. It's like a 3rd grader wrote it. It's 13 pages long.
but I think put yourself in that time period. No internet yet. And I'm not, hear me out. I realized WCW didn't know how to market anything. And they're doing these segments, but they have the commercials for it during the show, wrestling wrap up. But WCW didn't know how to market anything. That's one of their bigger problems. But I mean, you got to put yourself in that time frame. no matter how quote unquote bad it was, it probably wasn't that bad. They just didn't know how to sell it.
The wrestle
That-
wrap up.
That's my official kind of take on it. I mean, I'd love to know like how many subscribers they had at its peak.
Even in that time, if I open it up and they can't spell Arn right for Arn Anderson, I'm like, what are we doing?
I mean, I hear you, but the other part of it is like, how difficult was it? You know, you were trying to compete against like the PWIs and the established quote unquote brands.
Oh, I got it. We'll be different than PWI. We'll misspell shit.
Okay. Oh, I tried to look it up, but it's WCW magazine is coming up, but no, it says that's what it turned into. It was
Look at
originally
this guy.
known as, yeah.
With his guts sticking out. Man.
Yeah, I can't find the numbers on subscribers, but you know, I am interested actually in how many it had. All right. What Harper is talking about is we got a match going on in the ring. Motor City Madman versus Dave Perry. We did get a picture-in-picture promo from Motor City Madman talking about Luger. He's trying to talk tough, and it's got WWF cartoon written all over it. The tough talk sucks. The finish, Motor City Madman gets the guy above his head like an overhead backbreaker and pounds his head on the turnbuckle. That was the finish you were watching, Harper.
That didn't look safe.
No.
I mean, it wasn't the worst thing you could do. Look, watch what he does. That ain't nothing.
Yeah, that ain't shit. He's just tapping him.
But do you trust that guy to do that to you?
I could protect myself from where I'm at right there.
He looks like the bad guy in some like the nameless, faceless, nameless bad guy in some 80s movie.
Yeah, like from fucking Rising Arizona.
Yeah,
no, that guy looked tough.
Well, he's gonna give Luger a run for his money. Hold your
Oh my God. I can't wait for that. Well, where's Paul E? He brought him in, right?
I don't know if he brought him in. Well, he paid for him, I guess. Technically, he hired him as a hired hand. But come on, man. When has this promotion lately had any continuity? If we're looking for continuity, we're covering the wrong thing. Everything was airtight, brother.
Airtight, brother.
They really believe. $24.95 wrestling wrap up, 12 issues. There you go. All right, we keep moving, and we go to the Z-Man versus Gil Canatella. I think we've seen this dude before, Canatella.
We have.
He looks like your average 5th grade science teacher in the Smokies, in my opinion. And Harper, you'll get a good look at him in a second. I don't know who's more boring, Z-Man or Canatella. But Canatella's got an excuse. He's enhancement talent. Doc, what do you have from this 5-star Mac Classic?
It looks like he's wearing a diaper.
It does. In the famous words of Doc Turner, he's the Z-Man. I'm getting some Z's. Boy, I tell you. Like I said, Z-Man wins. This Canatella fella, I don't know what's up with the tights, bro. He's scared to jump off the second rope.
What the fuck was that?
Look, Harper, that's exactly what guys do that are scared to jump. Watch. He's scared to jump off the second rope. That's why he's holding on. He's scared to jump.
Oh, man.
Fuck, he held on to the rope all the way down.
He did. He was scared.
He looked like a grandma trying to navigate the wet pavement with the handrail.
He was scared.
Yeah, and then you got to go tell the kid, go help your grandma. You know she's not real steady on her feet.
Airtight, brother. Z-Man with the crossbody for the win. There we go. Harper, remember last week we were trying to find out what was in the box?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a
All right,
question.
well-
Did you watch Seven this week?
Damn, pal, who's you?
You.
The only one that hadn't seen it.
Here's what I thought about Seven.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you remember last week, we ran out of time. Teddy Long had decided that he wanted to see what was in this special delivery box. We still don't know who it was from, but now we're going to take the time to open your gift here, Theodore. So why don't you show us all? I know all the fans are interested in seeing what's in this box.
I'm very confident. I'm not worried about it. I know it's got to be a gift from one of my luxurious rich friends, so I'm just going to see what it is.
Yeah, go ahead, take the top off. I'm glad you finally decided to look in there.
Well, wait a minute. Let's see. What's this?
Nice hat there, Teddy.
Yeah.
What's this right here? Let me have that.
Oh,
will
you can have that. It's probably the bill. You can keep the bill.
No, it's not a bill, as a matter of fact. That's a nice set of threads there. White gloves.
Hey,
Nice hat.
What's this? This is a chauffeur's outfit. This must be for you or Bob. I don't know. What's this?
I don't think it's a chauffeur's outfit,
No,
all right.
it's not. It don't
But
belong to me.
I think this may explain it. You know what this is, Teddy?
It's a contract.
The contract you signed at the Clash of Champions?
Yeah, it's a contract
It's-
I signed to
it-
wrestle a one-on-one, Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, Butch Reed, Ron Simmons. Yeah, it's my signature. I signed
You
it.
signed it? It's all legal then, right? Well,
Yeah.
why don't I see what it's highlighted there? I think I'd like to read this if you fans will bear with us
Go
here.
ahead.
The contract says that if Ric Flair or if Doom wins the match against Ric Flair or Arn Anderson this Tuesday night at the Clash of Champions, then Teddy Long will win Ric Flair's Rolls-Royce limousine
Okay, everybody knows that. Everybody knows
and
that.
his 65-foot yacht,
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm going to win all of it.
and they will not have to give the Horsemen a rematch at Starrcade for the World Tag Title.
That's right. Everybody knows that. Now, what's the problem?
Well, the rest of the contract says
What's the what?
Didn't you read the whole thing?
No, I didn't read nothing. I
It
just
says
signed it.
right here that, and you signed it, it
Yeah.
says that if Ric Flair or Arn Anderson win, they will receive a rematch at Starrcade for the World Tag Titles.
Yeah, that's right. That's correct.
It also says that if they win, then Teddy Long must be their chauffeur for a day of the
What?
Horsemen.
What?
Didn't you read the fine
See
print?
this. Hey, come on, Rose. Is this some kind of conspiracy? I never read nothing like that. I signed the contract, but I never read that. Do you think I'm going to wear this stuff right here?
You're going to be chauffeur for a day if your men don't win Tuesday night.
Well, let me tell you something. I'm very confident that Doom will take out either Ric Flair or Arn Anderson, and I'm not going to wear no chauffeur cap. I'm not going to wear no coat, no gloves, or nothing, all right?
Well, what-
Don't bring me out here and humiliate me or try to embarrass me on national TV. I'm not going to be a chauffeur. I'm not even worried about it. Doom are going to remain the world champions, and they will beat either one of them at the Clash of Champions.
Fans will be back. Why don't you go try? Why don't you go try on your new clothes, fans? We'll be right
No
back.
problem, Rob.
Yeah, chauffeur for a
Don't
day.
start it, Rob. I'm telling you.
You look good driving that limousine.
JR is bold, man. He's giving it to Teddy there. So Long opens up the present, and Harper was pretty bored as he was yawning during it. Long appears to receive a chauffeur's outfit from the Horsemen, and Teddy says, "This ain't for me." JR reads the contract, which Long seems to agree with for the most part until the end, where it says if Arn or Flair win, Long becomes the Horseman's chauffeur for the day. Long doesn't like this and is fuming. JR says, "You'll look good driving that limo." Damn, that was stiff. Doc, your thoughts first.
So, is this underlying racist in 1990 in 2022? I'm trying to figure out that the angle here, because we know we're not afraid to be racist in 1990 WCW.
I mean, I think you could take it that way because of the whole chauffeur thing, but it's not blatant. Like some people would argue that it's blatant, but
Yeah,
it's not. It's not. When I say blatant, it ain't what they did to Rocky King type blatant.
Right.
That's what I'm comparing it to.
right.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking, because it's the takeoff of the whole, and I'm sure it was done before then, but yeah, I remember the David Von Erich, Jimmy Garvin, where they had to go out to the farm and like move the hay. That shit was funny.
Valet for a day.
Valet for a day, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's the one I remember. But man, my whole thing is, if I was Doom, I'd be like, what other bullshit contracts are you signing for us without reading, motherfucker? Teddy, this is your job. What are you doing?
So I take a Flair and Arn are the baby faces.
I mean, it's kind of. Well,
What?
It's kind of heel versus
I'm in
heel.
I'm in for 1999 now.
I didn't even hear what you said.
I said, look at their skin color.
Oh,
Come
well.
on.
It's supposed to be heel versus heel. Supposed to be.
Supposed to be. But now
Yeah.
we're getting into that time frame where Flair's going to get cheered no matter what he does. And that had started a while back, but now it's there.
Well, and it happens with the Freebirds too. I mean, they constantly get cheers on TV, whether in center stage or wherever. I mean, they're in Georgia. They're doing all these tapings in Georgia, and the Freebirds are always getting cheered. They're chanting for the DDT. They want Hayes to DDT somebody. I mean, like, so I mean, I get it. I get why, but yeah, I mean, and then these guys are long-standing folks. I mean, look, not that Reed and Simmons aren't a chopped liver, but you know, it is Arn and Flair. They are the Horsemen. I mean, they cheer them. It's especially if you're out there against enhancement talent. You're throwing up the four fingers and everything.
Is Barry Windham still here?
Yes,
Oh,
he
yeah.
is. He hadn't gone anywhere.
I forgot about Barry.
He had an injured hand during this time, or wrist or something. But remember, he was at the last pay-per-view when he did that whole Sting thing with Sid, the switcheroo that they figured out, oh, that's Barry.
Oh yeah. Got it.
So he's still here, yeah. But I don't know, Harper, what did you think about this with Teddy?
I think it's stupid. It's dumb.
Not the worst thing they're doing, though. That's what the one thing you got to say. Well, we'll keep moving. We'll have to see if Teddy becomes a chauffeur. All right. Commercials. Then we go to Magnum Force versus Greg Sawyer and Scotty Williams.
The fuck?
Either my eyes are playing games on me, or these are not the same two dudes from last week.
Yeah, they look different.
I fast forwarded because fuck this. I don't know. They still look like the Ring Lords.
That's true too.
Oh God. Looks like some guy that your aunt dated in fucking high school or something.
I thought you were gonna say the guy changing oil at the Jiffy Lube.
They look like the guys that played high school football but still go to the Iron Maiden concert.
Yeah.
Well,
Those and in high school, they waited for the new freshman class so they could beat the shit out of people.
they are going to win the match. There's a finisher. They show a replay of it.
Well, good for them.
Good for them.
Yeah. Here it is, right here.
I mean, my exact note was, I ain't doing this.
Salty. Yeah, I hear you, Doc. I mean, I hear you. All right, well, we get something, I guess, halfway exciting here. We get Sting versus the Nature Boy, Buddy Landel, next. And I noticed this last week, but I can't remember if I mentioned it. They had Buddy Landel coming out to what sounds like a modified version of the Superman theme song. Have you noticed that at all, Doc?
No, because I was fast forwarding from the last match and I went a little too far, so I missed Buddy's entrance.
Okay. Well, they actually give Buddy and Sting like 10 plus minutes to go here. So it's, you know, here we are, the world champion again. And I'm not mad at this, you know, having a competitive match against Budrow. But anyway.
Can you hit 52-44 with a little audio? Because Buddy hit a chop on Sting that would have made Rick proud.
You said 52-44?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're 52-36. Let me hit play. We'll get to it shortly.
The attitudes reformed through the initiation of the former U.S. champion Lex Luger, as Sting and Landel trying to jockey for position. Landel with a big chop, and another one that echoes throughout the center stage, and the Stinger turns the tables on him. Come on!
Sound off a little, especially the first one. After that, the last one was kind of glancing.
Boudreaux should have done like Steven Regal did Goldberg and tied up Sting here. I mean, shit, he's going to get fired for something soon anyway, so he might as well have fun. He should have done Moon River while he was in the Scorpion lock.
Buddy's bumping for Sting here, man.
Buddy flew around the ring for him, polished him up real nice. I noticed it. Didn't Buddy's from Knoxville, Tennessee, but somewhere in this JR said he was from Jacksonville, Florida.
Well, I mean, in Smoky Mountain, didn't at one point they say he was from California?
That was when he brought in that guy that was his agent. But remember when he gave the promo before
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Hey,
I knew that.
Once again, Sting doesn't look bad if you have somebody making sure he looks good.
Oh, I agree. And Buddy can work. And Buddy don't know what he's doing behind the scenes, but
that's not the problem. We don't care about that.
He's good on TV when we see him. I mean, we've seen him in the Clash. Like, he's a clown. He had the Skid Row magic marker on his shoulder. Buddy Landel's a treasure, man. We say it all the time.
We're gonna cross the Rubicon.
I'm telling you, man.
Some guts.
Go listen to. It's on YouTube. Him and Colt Cabana. Budrow in that episode I will never forget. It was a Friday. I was at work. I said, Doc, Buddy Landel is on Colt Cabana's show. And we talked about it for weeks after. We even did a Patron episode on it. That's how mesmerizing that episode was. Treasure. Okay, Buddy bumps around. Buddy's, he works the leg. He puts up a nice battle against Sting. Budrow puts a figure four on Sting at one point. Sting reverses it, but Buddy gets out of it quickly after it was reversed. He takes back control of the match. Buddy got in here and went toe-to-toe with the world champion for
does he win
12 minutes. I didn't pay attention to the stipulation. Hopefully, they weren't doing non-title.
Who's the U.S. champion?
Luger? No, Stan Hansen.
Hansen.
And Arn is still the TV champion?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. He's going to lose it in another month and a half. Just wait for that one. Boy. Man, Chris Zaha is going to lose his mind.
What was Lemmy going to win it?
Man.
The ace of spades.
All right. Well, we're going to work towards the finish here. So, Sting hits the Stinger Splash and wins the match, but as he pins Buddy, once again, the Black Scorpion music starts with the voice coming through the speakers in the building. The freaking referee starts choking Sting.
Huh?
Now,
yeah.
Now, if you look at the ref, Harper, he's not. I don't think he's one of our normal refs we normally see.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing because he doesn't look like. I don't think I've seen him before.
Yeah.
So what's the ref? What the fuck?
Here it comes.
Are they beating up? Wait, who's?
So Sting is getting choked. Sting is getting choked by the ref in the ring. On the outside, I don't know who. We got some more guys. We don't even know who they are. Jumping Sting.
Was that Eddie Gilbert?
No, it wasn't Eddie Gilbert.
In a red shirt right there?
No, that's Luger.
Yeah, that's Luger.
Yeah, that's Luger. So we had Pillman and Luger on the outside who eventually came out to help Sting. But Sting was choked by what I'm just going to call an evil ref or a planted ref. I don't know how else to say it.
Why?
Well, I guess, again, this is my logic, trying to figure out what the hell they're doing. I guess the Black Scorpion has got some kind of spell on the ref, and that's why the ref... Something, I don't know. Bro, look, I'm just trying to figure out a reason. I'm not saying that's it.
This is stupid.
Well, the ref choked Sting, Harper.
Well, good.
It happened.
Good, man.
I feel like they had a booking meeting and Hurd pissed everybody off. And they were like, dude, fuck you, and left. And Hurd was like, I don't need y'all's goddamn asses anyway. I can write this shit myself. And then this is the result.
Well, who's that on the bottom? That's the Z-Man, right?
Just Z-Man, yeah. Jumping some jabroni. I don't know who that
somebody.
is.
Somebody.
Then the dude in the ring with the funny hair, I don't know who that is. He's just some probably extra.
So why do I
He
care?
looks like the guy the con guy that was in Crockett.
It could have been, but no, that wasn't
Fucking
Tito Khan.
Singapore.
Yeah.
Where the fuck his name was?
The blue-eyed Singaporean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tito Khan. Yeah, that wasn't him. But that's it.
This is fucking dumb, bro.
Terrible.
Oh man.
This is the go-home show for Clash, by the way. Remember that.
Yeah, this is fucking stupid.
We come back to the next match, and we got the Night Stalker with Ox Baker versus Jamie McKinnon. This thing don't last long. Big elbow drop by the Night Stalker. He wins quickly and then clotheslines the dude over the top rope. Night
Jesus
Stalker
Christ.
does
That
not need to be axed. I gotta go back.
That's worse
to see
than
that.
fucking the fucking Drew McIntyre sword that fucking bent.
Hey, but at least he chopped open some ropes.
Did y'all see that? His sword?
I didn't notice it.
Did he bend it
The
on a
sword?
rat? Which sword?
No.
His real sword or his pork
Bend it
sword?
on a...
It fucking bit like it was a fucking toy.
Wow.
And this asshole like doesn't even. It's something from Party City. His axe.
He's got a paper mache axe.
It looks like we a kid's gonna be and I'm gonna be the fucking executioner for Halloween, and that's the axe that your mom would buy at fucking TG&Y.
Sounds about
Mom,
right.
this doesn't look real. Shut up. I had to work 2 shifts last night. I don't give a shit. Take it. It'll work.
Or the cheapest Halloween costume was when you would just wear like the black fucking your quote unquote church pants and wear a white button up shirt. The mom would get that shitty makeup from fucking Walgreens to get the fucking cape and like, there you fucking Count Dracula.
I knew he was gonna say that. That cheap ass makeup.
Harper would put on the black makeup so he could be Count Chocula.
Oh,
Harper. My mom used to get that bull crap from K&B.
yeah,
The drugstore, not KB Toys. That was
Yeah.
a chain. We talking about KB, the drugstore, kind of like Walgreens, CVS. It was a local one in New Orleans. K&B. Oh my God, yeah, she used to buy that cheap stuff from there.
memory.
All right. Yeah, you can say that again. Night Stalker wins. No shocker there.
Good for him.
Good for him. From there, we go to the next match. Ricky Morton
There you
and Tommy
go.
Rich
Oh,
versus Steve Stacks. I had to read his name twice when I saw it on the screen. I was like, oh, is it Steve Sachs? No, it's Stacks and Brian Carr. And Brian Carr's been here before a couple times. Looks really good. Got a really good physique. And he looks like a wrestler, unlike some of the enhancement talents we see. But Doc, I'll throw it to you. They give them a little time. I mean, this is a shorter version of the show. What do you have from this one as they go about 5-6 minutes?
I don't remember why, but my only note on this match was this wasn't very good.
Well, it certainly I don't think was Brian Carr's fault. But,
Okay.
I mean, like you
he's
keep
got
saying,
tan.
yeah. Okay, so Doc was saying earlier, hey, we got a clash. Go home for the clash. I don't think they looked at the clashes that way. They were just like live specials. It wasn't necessarily, we got a go home show for it. And to be honest, they didn't give 2 shits about the last 2 to 3 go home shows before Halloween Havoc. So, and that was a pay-per-view. So why the hell would they care about a show right before a clash? That's kind of my take on it. Now, I know that's probably not the best way to say it, but it's true. Anyway.
No, fuck it. I mean, saying fuck it is a strategy too, I guess.
For Jim Herd, yeah. It is. There's press by Tommy Rich for the win onto this tub of goo known as Steve Stacks.
Hey, Harper, I got a question for you.
Uh,
When was the last time you went to work and just lost yourself in the passion and joy of your job and didn't think about what time you got off work that day?
never.
For real.
Mike and I were having this discussion because there's these people that like want to, like your Lego building thing, they want to do that a lot, or they want to get together and have drinks after work.
Oh, fuck that, dude. I
Those
never
people
got the
have-
point of hanging out with people that you work with after work. It's like I don't like as soon as I clock out, this is deleted from my fucking brain until tomorrow morning.
That's the
Like I don't
normal.
want, yeah,
That's
like
the
I don't
normal
want to.
response.
I don't want to fucking discuss this shit like on a bar. Still like, oh, I can't believe so and so. I don't give a fuck.
That's the right answer.
As soon as I clock out, leave me the fuck alone. I don't want to hang out with you motherfuckers. Fuck off.
Normal human response from the hard body. Yeah, this is sage advice. If you're out there hanging out with your coworkers after work, you have what Mike terms as a mental illness.
Yeah,
Hold on.
you got no fucking friends.
You gotta clarify something, because technically, Doc, you and I are hanging out after work.
Yeah, but
I
that's
mean-
different.
Well, no, okay, that's why I'm clarifying. We have a
Yeah.
common interest. We have a couple of common interests. You know, football, NFL, pro wrestling. So
Just living
That-
life and raising kids in these times, you know.
yeah. So like you got to clarify, because like I guarantee you, man, people go, well, you two, hang out after work. Yeah. Oh, we do a
Right.
podcast.
And how much work is being talked?
Well,
Yeah.
well, that's the other side of it. Well, we do talk about the T-Rex
more
and things
likely-
like that in the past.
Yeah, but we're more likely to talk about fun stuff at work than we are to talk about work stuff at fun time.
Now that I agree with. So I wanted to clarify that as we're talking about this. Now, the other thing is, so I get it when there are, you have a friend that, you really have some common interests. But I'm with you, Harper. I can't see at my age, even in my 30s, like hanging out
No.
after work at the bar, at the Applebee's, at the Chili's, the local watering hole, the local, just,
Hey, Mike,
no.
Hey, Mike, the accounting group's getting together after work. Would you like to? Or they really wanted you to join because we think it really would build a strong sense of team and cohesion with the department.
Bruh,
That sounds like a fucking Fear Factor.
I had someone one time, not this job, previous one, like they wanted, it was a booker, like a high level person. They were mad at me and a couple of other workers, employees, because they were in town and wanted to go to lunch, and they didn't understand that we had work to do and we did not want to go to lunch. Like, no, we don't. We got stuff to do. We got places to be after work. We can't be doing that for an hour and a half at lunch just because you moseyed on into town and it's a freaking dog and pony show. We got to get the work done because we got a life and a family to get home to, and kids with baseball and soccer and all this stuff. And this person was like, oh, it's just one day. To you, it's just one day. To me, I'm at home. I'm going through a normal work day. I got to get the kid to the baseball diamond at 5 o'clock. I can't be sitting around here till 5 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock, just because you flew into town. You got something you need to discuss with me? Please do so during non-lunch hours, because I'm going to be working during lunch so I can leave at my scheduled time.
So, Mike,
Anyway,
so we were the first generation in the workplace. Be like, nah, bruh. Our parents would have been like, can't tell the boss no. And they would have done it because they got this weird martyr shit. All baby boomers have it. You're listening, you're a baby boomer, you're like, that's not me. You have it. Forget about it. It's the one stereotype that works across every one of them. They all want to be martyrs. So we were the first generation that were like, I ain't doing that. But let me tell you something.
That's partially true.
The kids today in the workplace, they'll cut a promo on why they're.
Oh, bro, they don't care, dude. These youngsters, they don't care.
They're brazen, dog. They don't give a shit,
Dude.
and I love it. I love
Me
it. They
too.
like to cut promos on people. So now I don't have to. I ain't gonna go either, but I'm not gonna cut a promo. So I'm not gonna be the first one to get shot at when the bookers pull out the guns and start the firing squad. So it's like, you go get them, youngster.
Bro, Bubba, let me tell you something. The youngsters, I got a lot of complaints about the early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s, even some of the very young 30-year-olds. But one thing I like about them, they don't care. It will cut promos that the generation before them did not do. And like we were, quote unquote, supposedly rebels. But the youngsters now, me and my wife were having this discussion a couple weekends ago. They give zero. Zero.
And right now they don't. And right now they can leave if you're running a company. Like, what's about Lord? They can leave your company and go make more money somewhere else next week. So
they don't care. They do not care. It is amazing how much they don't care.
If you think you're gonna stiff arm and play hardball with somebody who's 24 years old in a job, they're going to tell you which hole to stick it in before they quit.
Bruh, they're going to do that. Hogan finger wave you. Basically tell you in so many words, that's not going to work for me, brother, as they stroke their Fu Manchu.
This is what they're really going to do. They're going to go get a job making more money, and then they're going to come back and tell everybody else like them that works at your place what they made and to come join them over there.
Yeah.
They're going to open, basically, in wrestling terms, they're going to open up a outlaw rival promotion and try to run your ass out of business.
Bro, they will open a portal to that.
What do you think Glassdoor is? Glassdoor is just a place to cut promos.
I don't think most people know what Glassdoor is, Doc. It's not an actual Glassdoor. It's a web. Yeah.
What's a Glassdoor?
You go in and you can rate your company on different aspects and then cut an overall promo on them.
It's a website where you go in and cut a promo on your company, review them, all that stuff.
Glassdoor?
Yeah.
It's called Glassdoor.com. It's kind of funny. If you ever got time and you won't feel like reading it, there's some hilarious stuff in there sometimes.
Also, the other place, if y'all got like Slack or Twitter or something at your workplace, man, the things that you thought but would never say, those kids say in a public forum with their name attached to it on company property.
And email. They give zero.
It's hilarious.
Zero. Bruh, it's one of them things where you click on like an article because, you're like, okay, that's something I need to, understand. And it's something on like the company side of things. And you start reading it and then here come the comments. And to post a comment, you got to have your name and email address on it. And bruh, they don't care. I'm like, bruh. Y'all, I mean, like, it's basically like there's a bunch of Stone Colds in the office. Now, they ain't got the talent Stone Cold does,
but they're trying to hone their craft.
But they're trying. And,
it's glorious.
Times have changed, bro. It is a different world, man. It is a different world. All right. We'll keep going because this show is getting ready to get cut off. We got the Big Cat versus Jeff. I don't know if I'm saying this right. Gamble. Big Cat cuts a picture-in-picture promo talking about the Clash and Lex Luger. Cat says he will be right there by the Motor City Madman's side. So stay tuned to the Clash. If you're on Patreon, tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT to see what that might mean. I really don't know. I don't remember. I haven't watched it in a while. I assume Big Cat wins this match. The episode actually gets chopped off at the end of this. I did check the records that appeared to be... I checked the records for the show, I'm meaning, not the Clash. And this appeared to be the last match that took place for the taping. What I don't know is if there were promos that were cut out that would have closed the show heading into the Clash in 3 days on November the 20th.
Well, it might have been nice to have Arn and Flair out there to talk about their match on free TV on Tuesday, but whatever. I don't care. This was a mercy killing at the end.
Yeah.
What movie was that? What the fuck does that say?
Wherever video is sold.
Laser.
Dude, look at that.
Hold on, let me go back to
huh?
the beginning of it. Let's see.
There's some movie promo earlier where Sharon Stone, man, remember what a smoke show she was.
Who?
No, that wasn't Sharon Stone.
Sharon-
That was Total Recall.
That was Laser Mission. God, that was Total Recall.
Yeah, that was Total Recall, Doc, that you saw earlier.
Let's look this stupid movie up and see what it says.
Look.
Laser Mission.
Are you looking it up, Harper?
Yeah, it's on fucking Tubi. It's got it's got Brandon Lee in it.
I don't know who that is.
Fucking Bruce Lee's kid.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bro.
I didn't hear the name.
Then why would you say you didn't know who that was? You wouldn't have known who anybody is if you
No,
didn't
I'm
know.
saying when he said it didn't sound like he said Brandon Lee.
I guess. I don't know.
It's a West German action film.
Ew.
Yeah. Ugh.
Sounds exciting. Laser Mission.
Laser Mission. Sounds great. Okay, box office. In the U.S., the film was a financial success.
What?
That's Brandon. Oh my God.
How many
That
douche
just
marks
means-
did it make?
They said
that just means it didn't make
after-
that.
After Brandon Lee's untimely death
Uh,
in an accident of the set of the movies such as Laser Mission saw a surge in video sales.
It's got a 3.5 star rating on
No
IMDb.
shit.
Yeah,
out of how many?
10.
Oh, fuck, that ain't good. That ain't even half.
3.5 out of 10.
3 out
I'm
of
sorry.
5.
3.5 out of 10, and there's 2,300
Oh, God.
votes.
Yeah, that ain't good.
That's the same kind of shit this episode's gonna get. Come on.
Yeah.
Laser Mission. Okay. It was released November of '89.
Mike, if you sat down tonight at, let's say, 9:40 and hit play on Laser Mission or whatever, how many minutes into the movie would you make it before your mouth was open and your eyes were closed?
A second and a half.
I was going to say you would make it about 13 minutes before you went, white people are stupid.
Well, we got to rate this thing and hand out some Rolexes. Before we do so, don't forget you can get your very own Hard Body Harper video shout out, or you can get Harper to cut a promo on someone, or he can cut a promo on you, whatever you want. You just got to email him, chrisharper16wildcat@gmail.com, and then PayPal him, cc30388cc@yahoo.com. Email him first, tell him what you want in the video, and then don't forget to PayPal him the $20 so he can cut your video. Yeah, Harper is still doing that, so make sure you get your own video shout out. We're going to rate it, hand out a Rolex. Doc, I'll let you go first. What are you going to rate it?
I'm going to give it some marks for only being an hour and 17 minutes long.
Boy,
So I'm going to
no
say
kidding.
I'm going to say a D minus.
Yeah. These motherfuckers aren't going to fucking pass their finals, bro.
This is not going to get you to the next grade.
No.
We need to stage an intervention with the counselor's office and maybe call in your parents.
Fat, dumb, and stupid is not a way. Was it fat, drunk, and stupid? It's not a way to go through life.
All right. Yeah, this episode was something else.
Dude, this is bad.
Yeah, I got to give it a D as well. I mean, it was only an hour and 17 minutes.
Triple D's now, Don. Now we're talking.
We do need to attempt to hand out a Rolex. Before we do so, don't forget, if you want Doc and I's breakdown of the next Clash, you can only listen to that at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. Also, last week, we went like 55 minutes or so on the show open. So I posted that early for Patreon members. So I do that sometimes whenever we have a good show open or a lengthy show open and that's got some substance in it. I try to get them posted early. So yeah, you would have got that a week early if you were on Patreon. So don't forget, you can listen to some things early. Not everything, but a few things here and there on Patreon at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. You also get the video versions, the things that Harper and Doc and I are watching as we do this show. You'll get that as well on our Patreon page at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. And last but not least, before we hand out or attempt to hand out the Rolex, don't forget, if you're shopping on Amazon, use the BTT Associates link, tinyurl.com/BTT Amazon. A great way to support the show. If you can't afford to become a patron, but you shop on Amazon all the time, use that link, tinyurl.com/BTT Amazon. Do like our friend JBL Objective said on Twitter, put the link in the browser for your girl every time. That way they use it. Bookmark it for them. Sometimes they need a little guidance. So help them out. All right. Bro, I don't know. Like, do I give it to Buddy?
Yeah.
Because he had that match with Sting. I feel like that's one of my only options here. I think I'm going to give it to Buddy. Doc, who are you giving yours to?
Not all buddies are created equal. Sometimes he's not always he don't always have a strong motor. Tonight he worked hard, so I think it has to go to Buddy.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. So what about you, Harper?
Yeah, Buddy.
Buddy too?
In that laser mission.
Oh, God, laser mission. All right.
Everybody in the back was on a laser mission.
I was waiting for that to come out when Harper figured out the name of his movie, Laser Mission.
Laser Mission.
Laser Mission.
Starring Brandon Lee. There he is right there.
Laser Mission. All right, before we get out of here, I want to shout out our Vantage Point, the Retro Wrestling Podcast with Joe Murata and Michael Quinn. The northern version of BTT, slightly classier, definitely more professional, but still fun nonetheless. They support us. Please support them. And check out the Bottom Line Cast with Mike Prue and JV. They cover the ECW show on our Patreon feed. They also cover a free show on the career of Stone Cold Steve Austin. So check out Mike Prue and JV's show, the Bottom Line Cast. All right, Doc, anything else before we get out of here? Wrap things up, ride off into the sunset, all that good stuff?
Was that a Kawasaki mule that Stone Cold rode down at WrestleMania?
I guess.
That was funny. Man, we didn't really talk about it at the beginning of the show. Him and Owens going back and forth was gold.
Owens is a star.
Imagine if Kevin Owens had God, what the hell was his manager's name? In a wheelchair.
Ron Wright.
Right, you're right. Imagine if Kevin Owens had Ron White as his manager.
Harper did it again, Doc. Ron White.
Right.
Not White.
Here's the
right.
thing.
Right.
Kevin Owens doesn't need a manager.
That's true. Dirty White Boy didn't either.
That's true too. Well, now I'm real confused.
Yeah.
Well, on that confusing note, we are going to get out of here. I don't have anything else. Doc, do you?
I'm just going to be confused.
Okay. Harper, hit the tagline.
Book it, bitch.
Shoutouts.